Good morning, beautiful. I got a channel message. Spirit wants you to find the why in your life, if you have not already. Why you are moving in the direction you are moving. Why you are making the decisions that you're making. What makes you want to get out of bed in the morning and do it all again. Spirit wants you to dig deep and find out who you are, what you are truly here to do on this planet, and how you can be of service in your own unique way. Embrace all of the facets of who you are meant to be, and don't miss this opportunity of a lifetime to be a part of this great awakening and contribute to one of the most important and revolutionary moments in history. So this is for those of you that are already aware that there's an awakening in the process right now. That we are in the process of awakening as a species, as a planet, to a higher vibration, to a new way of living, to a new way of being in our bodies, of interacting with each other, of interacting with ourselves, and definitely the way that we show up. 111 on my timer, thank you, Spirit. The way that we show up in the world. And that means that for a lot of us, we might have thought we found our calling, but it might miss the mark at this point in our lives as we fork. I just saw a fork in the road. I heard fork off. My guides like to play jokes, but it's a fork in the road that's actually taking us on a very different path than what we had thought previously. When some of us were going to school, for instance, to get a master's degree or a bachelor's degree to do something that we thought was who we were, that it represented accurately who we were, but we didn't have all the information yet. Spirit's asking you to reevaluate who you are, how you are living, and ask yourself honestly if the things that you're putting your energy into are actually making you happy, and if you feel a sense of deep resonance with them still, with what you thought was your soul's calling, if you already picked something, and if you haven't, Spirit's asking you to get busy diving deep into who you are. And a lot of times that just means clearing away all the clutter, all the mental clutter, and all of the self-doubt, and finding a clear path that Spirit has already laid out for you, that's actually been kind of being dangled in front of your face for a long time, but you might just not have been paying it any attention because you thought it was a waste of time or it didn't make any logical sense. And you'll know your own story here. But your spirit guides want you to start taking your self more seriously, in the recognition that you are a lot more than you think you are. You're capable of a lot more than you think you are capable of, and to push yourself outside of your comfort zone. Explore the far reaches of your subconscious mind, of your heart, of your soul, and what it is guiding you toward. And for me, when I first set out on this journey and quit my old business, I really thought that I was going to be teaching people about self-love. I thought that's what I was going to be doing full time. And I have no doubts that that is an amazing contribution. However, once I started walking down that path, once I stripped away the excess noise and the structure of my old life, a whole new path showed itself to me that I didn't even consider. And I was essentially pushed on that path, and I've been walking down it and discovering something new on it every day. None of this was planned. If somebody had told me, a couple of years ago, even 8 months ago, that I would be doing tarot readings and channeling messages for the collective, I would not have believed you. I wouldn't have. And I certainly wouldn't have quit my job to walk down this path consciously, because I wasn't aware of all of this stuff yet. Spirit really wants you to start digging. Start digging now in a way that might alarm you, because it's going to stir up some things that, I'm getting a lot of things surfacing, gifts that you have. That's what happened to me. The farther I separated myself from my old life, the more that my gifts started showing up and demanding my attention. And just saying, hey, look at us, pay attention to us. And I kept pushing them away and saying, no, I'm supposed to be doing this, but they kept coming back. And soon that was the path. That other path went right out the window. So you have a calling. If you're still here, you have a calling that you don't maybe know about yet, or you know about it, but you're resisting it for some reason, which is understandable. Obviously, I did the same thing in my own way. But the most important thing is that at the end of the day, that you choose to accept your mission. It is the reason that you signed up for this. And I know a lot of you are going to say, I didn't sign up for this, but consciously, no, you did not. But your soul did. And you have effectively, you have amnesia on the other side of this agreement. You don't remember it. But that is why you're here. And the reason why you signed up for it is because you have special gifts to bring to this particular time in history that you needed to bring. Spirit wants you to start digging and figure out what those are so that you can start to present them to the collective, much in the same way that I'm presenting this. But of course, it's going to be your own unique offering. It could be something creative, musical, artistic. It could have something to do with something similar to what I do, or it could be completely different. Think outside the box, I just heard. Don't limit yourself to something that you've already seen before. Nobody out there is doing exactly what I'm doing. I'm doing what I came here to do. And I don't look to other people to set the tone for who I am, because I came here to live a unique life that is only mine. It's not going to look like anyone else's. Spirit's asking you to stop looking at what other people are doing for your cue of who you are, because it's not going to show up there. You might get inspiration from other people. They might even activate and trigger memories from past lives or parts of you that you recognize in them, but you're not going to find yourself by looking outside of yourself. You have to go inward for that. So, yeah, get busy, I just heard. And a lot of you know we're heading into this new year portal, is what I'm calling it. This is a very, very intentional time, a very important time, I just heard. Set your intentions now. Start moving toward your goals now. Start clearing that clutter, emotional, physical, mental, especially, out of the way. Start addressing some of those fears and really diving into the why those fears are so strong, why they are potentially holding you back. Those triggers that are keeping you from moving forward, those are the areas that you need to start working on first. If you have a fear, say for instance, of being seen, that's a great place to start working on yourself. A lot of times the things that trigger us are the things that we need to work on the most. They are our key points of entry, I just heard. It's like if you want to turn a lock and open a door, you have to know where the key point entry is, right? This is where you put the key. If you just stick the key somewhere randomly on a door, it's not going to work. When you get triggered, when something activates you in that way, it's because it's like, hey, psst, this is where you need to go. Don't run from it, which is mostly what we're taught, is to kind of run and deny and hide. Something in my eye. Yeah, because I just block it out. You don't want to see it. You don't want to look at it. You just want to run away. Spirit's saying, no, don't run. This is where you want to be. This is where the magic happens. Trust me. I know it's not easy, but I wouldn't change any of it for my own path. I'm so happy and blessed and ecstatic about where my life has led me, and I couldn't have planned it better. Surrender, I just heard. Surrender to the flow of your own unique soul path. This is your time to shine. This is your time to step out and show yourself. It's safe. That's what I'm hearing. It's safe to be yourself now. You don't have to run anymore. You don't have to hide. And if you want to work with me, doing some, internal work with your trauma, with your resistance, I can channel your guides. I can help you with self-love, self-empowerment. I would love and be honored to work with you, whether in a tarot reading or mentorship, ongoing mentorship. I also have a Patreon group that you can join, and we go live on Zoom once a month to discuss and share and ask questions. So please join us. I'll put that all in the information. Sending so much love in the meantime.